Namaskaram. Good day to all my friends around the world. Well, as promised yesterday, here I am with my second video talking about Narayaneeyam, the great literature, Sanskrit literature. Well, I have shared a particular sloka from this literature yesterday. So, in continuation to that, here I am. So, this particular video, as promised, is going to contain full information on this great work called Srimad Narayaneeyam. My flow of this video content will be covering three different aspects. What is that? First one is about the work. Second, about the author. Third, about interesting origin legend of this literature. So, with no further delay, here. The first aspect, Narayaneeyam. Narayaneeyam, the name itself is self-explanatory. That is, this speaks about the glory of Lord Narayana, particularly about his incarnation as Lord Krishna, who locally is being prayed as Lord Guruvayurappa. So, this is about the God which is praised in this literature. So, what exactly is the literature about? Or how can we term this as? Well, the answer is this is a condensed version of Bhagavata Purana, which was written by Veda Vyasa and comprises 18,000 verses. So, now this Narayaneeyam is serving us as a summarized version of the Bhagavata Purana. Well, this literature is containing 1035 verses under 100 chapters. So, when I say chapter is the word that we normally use for easy understanding, wherein in literature it is termed as Dashaka. So, each Dashaka has approximately around 10 verses, 10 poems. And this Srimad Narayaneeyam is one of the religious texts which is seriously believed and followed by people in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, both the states. The another interesting fact is the last Dashaka, when I said 100 Dashakas, the last Dashaka actually speaks about the beauty of Lord Krishna, right from head to toe. So, a beautiful term is used, Kesadi Pada Varnanam. So, that is the speciality of this literature, besides the sloka that I shared yesterday. And it is believed even today that reciting the whole Narayaneeyam actually has a healing power for the reader in terms of both mentally and physically. They get relieved from the sufferings. So, that's the interesting facts about the literature. And now let's move on about the author. Well, there is not much information is seen in online about the author, except for the fact that he is born in a village in Mallapuram district of Kerala. And this work, particular work, that is Srimad Narayaneeyam, the work was completed at the age of 27 of Narayana Bhattatri. So, that's all we get about the author. Now, let's move on to the interesting origin legend of this literature. So, well, as I already stated, like people in Guruvayur worship Lord Krishna as Lord Guruvayurappa. So, the local legendary states that Narayana Bhattatri had a guru named Achyuta Pisharadi, who was suffering from severe pain caused by paralytic due to the attack of paralysis, and as a sincere disciple, he wanted his guru to get relieved from the suffering. So, he prayed to God to transfer that pain to him and thus relieving his guru from that pain. And because he was a sincere and dedicated disciple, his wish was granted and he got crippled. Once he was affected by the disease, he was taken to Guruvayur temple, where he met another eminent poet of that time, who is named as Tunchat Eluthachan. Tunchat Eluthachan. So at that time he was a renowned poet who actually advised Narayana Bhattatri to start his treatment with the fish. Now on listening to this, his disciple, Narayana Bhattatri's disciple, were shocked, for they were all Brahmins and they will not eat non-veg. But the hidden fact on that statement was clearly understood by Narayana Bhattatri, which was nothing else but to speak about the glory on the incarnations taken by Lord Vishnu right from Matsya Avatara. That is the first incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So that was the hint given by the eminent poet to Narayana Bhattatri, which was finely understood by our composer. So from then he started writing. Every day he completed one Dashaka, that is one chapter, which approximately comprised of 10 poems. So each day one Dashaka. Thus he started working on it. On the last day, that is the 100th day, he had a vision of Lord himself. And when he saw the admirable beauty of Lord, he started putting it in words, and thus we got the last Dashaka, Kesadi Pada Varnanam. So this is the interesting fact, the legendary tale told about the literature. Well, after he completed the 100 Dashakas, he was immediately relieved from the disease. So that's the power of the poem. Well, at this point I would like to repeat the sloka that I shared yesterday, which goes like this. Asmin Paraathman Nanu Padma Kalpe Tvam Mitam Muttapita Padma Yonihi Ananta Bhuma Mama Roga Rashim Nirunti Vatalaya Vasa Vishnu. One more time. Asmin Paraathman Nanu Padma Kalpe Tvam Mitam Muttapita Padma Yonihi Ananta Bhuma Mama Roga Rashim Nirunti Vatalaya Vasa Vishnu. So, as with deepest faith, he came up with this wonderful, miraculous literature. So, in other words, it's actually a boon to all of us. So, for those who know people who are suffering from a chronic disease or a long period of suffering, physically or mentally, please suggest them this sloka, and do not forget to mention with the complete faith and surrenderance. They have to recite this, and 100% sure they will be relieved from the suffering. So that's the end of this video. I'm so glad to have shared this informations with you all, my friends. Hope you all liked it. So next video I'm going to come up with information on a subject that we all know. Every day we hear, either we hear or we say, Om. What is this divine sound? Wait for it. Thank you. Stay blessed always.